everyone, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Today I'm going to be doing a beautiful long purple set on Pamela Henderson. I've already gone in, applied my CJP crystal nail tips, and then I decided I wanted them to be even longer, so I ended up sculpting on the end of the nail tips because I don't have any long nail tips. And because I'd already applied them, I thought I can't really be bothered taking them all off and just sculpting. So that's what I did. Then I filed them into shape, and then on the pinky here, I'm going in with Magic Shimmer Flake number 4 from Glitterarty Nails. And I'm just applying that really thin on the nail as a base, and I'm using clear acrylic for that. Then here I'm going to go in and completely cover this nail in the Disco Dots from Glitterarty Nails in the shade Purple. This is very tedious. If you're not patient, I wouldn't try doing this. It was so frustrating, but all I do is pop a small wet bead of acrylic on the area of the nail where I am working on, and then I go in and place my dots, and then I will press them down into that acrylic using the other end of my brush, and I just go in with the bigger dots, and then I apply some really small ones just in between each one to sort of cover the gap, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to do this all the way down the nail. I have sped it up and I have cut a little bit out, or else you would literally be sat here for about 2 hours watching this. So I will let you guys watch this bit and then I'll jump back on. So once I'd applied the dots all the way up the nail, I now am going to let that set completely before I go in and encapsulate. Reason being is if I went in now and encapsulated with clear, the dots would just move around and all my hard work would be for nothing. So I don't want to ruin it, so I'm going to let that fully set before going in and encapsulating with clear. So whilst that's setting, I'm going to go ahead and start on the index finger. So the index finger, I'm going to be doing a French nail, and I'm going to be using the colour that I made. You would have seen this in my previous videos. I'm obsessed with it. I made this myself. I used, I can't remember what the colour were. I know it was Frosted Rose from CJP. And I just added a really small amount of like a really bright pink acrylic, but I can't remember what it's called. I'll find out. And I literally just mixed those up until I was completely happy with the colour and the coverage. So I'm taking my bead, placing that on the nail, pushing it down towards the cuticle area, making sure I'm tucking it into the cuticle without touching, and then using the belly of my brush to pat that up to where I want my extended nail bed to finish. And then I use the sides and the tip of my brush to get that nice smile line shape. Then I go ahead and place another bead and just go over the top of that, trying to make sure it's nice and neat, not too worried because I will be filing. So before I do anything else to that nail, I let that fully set. So I'm going to go in on the middle finger and create a marble design. So I'm taking CJP's coconut milk. And then this purple I actually made myself as well, and I'm obsessed with it. To make this, I used a lilac colour from Neo Nails, and I just added a really small amount of the Glitterarty pigments, the neon pigments, and it turned out beautiful. I made sure I give it a good shake and a good mix. But yeah, I'm obsessed with it. So I just place wet beads of each colour on the nail and then use the tip of my brush to sort of swirl them into one another to create that marbled look. And then here I'm going in with a small amount of clear acrylic, and I've picked up some Galaxy Shards number 11 from Glitterarty nails, and just place them on the nail sort of in a swirly kind of way. And then I'm going to continue the marble down the rest of the nail. When you're doing a marble, you want to work wetter than you usually would, because obviously that's going to make it sort of merge into one another. And then here I'm just applying some of the Magic Shimmer Flakes number 4 from Glitterarty nails as well. Working with that until I'm happy, and then I'll let that set. So whilst that one was setting, I did file around my smile line on the index finger. And now I'm going in here with CJP Coconut Milk. And I'm just using this so that when I file the nail, we're going to get sort of a white outline around the smile line, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean when I file. But to do that, I need to make sure that the white acrylic is completely pushed up to that smile line. So I just push it right up against that wall. And then I'm just bringing it down over the rest of the nail. Wasn't too worried about it getting on the clear part, because once I went over the purple, underneath it actually made the nail sort of look like an ombre. It was quite cool. So yeah, I'm going to apply the white, and then I'm going to go in at the tip of the nail with the purple acrylic I used. You can use any purple. You can use blue, pink, red, green, whatever colour you want. But I chose purple. So I'll let you guys watch this. So as I said, now I'm going in with the purple at the end. This is so pigmented, so I can work really, really thin with it. It's perfect colour, to be honest. And I'm just applying that all over that nail, not worried about how messy it looks. As you'd see from my previous videos of me doing any kind of French nail, they always look a mess, but then when I get the file out, it all comes together. So don't worry too much about how messy it looks. Just make sure you've completely covered that tip. And then I'm going to go in once that's set up a little bit and just encapsulate in clear. I am using CJP's Crystal Glass. And I'm just going to encapsulate the whole nail, making sure that all of that purple is fully covered. Then I'm going to move on and encapsulate the pinky. This looked such a mess, I'm not even going to lie. I was quite worried at first, but once I filed it, it was absolutely fine. So I just go in, making sure that I encapsulate those dots and make sure that I've got every single one encapsulated, because if not, once I file, they're just going to pop out. So it does look a mess, I'm not going to lie. It looks really thick. I did have to do quite a lot of filing on this nail. But as you know, Pamela is a pain in the arse to do nails on. So she doesn't make it easy for me. But yeah, I just go in, encapsulate this nail, and then once I'm happy, I will let that set and go in and encapsulate the middle finger, making sure that all of my glitter and everything is encapsulated and I've got a nice apex there. So I'm going to jump off and let you watch this, and then I will come back on when I need to. Now I'm going to go on to the ring finger. The reason I left this finger till last is because I actually had no idea what to do on it. So I just sort of went with the flow. So I'm going in at the nail bed area using the purple and just bringing that up sort of over, just over the tip of the natural nail. And then I'm just going to apply some glitter where the purple ends. So I'm going in with Galaxy Shards number 11 and then the Magic Shimmer Flake number 4 from Glitterarty Nails. I'll leave links and discount codes for everything in the description box below. So I'm just sort of covering up that join and then feathering that glitter up the nail. Do want to keep some of it see-through, so not completely covering the nail. And then I will go ahead, once it's set up a little bit, and encapsulate using clear acrylic. Also, the brush that I'm using is the CJP Big Boy brush, my absolute favourite. So once these were set, I did go in and file off camera because I just cannot file on camera. It's just hell. I have to take the tips out. So I just went over and filed all of them using a 100 grit nail file and then buffed over with a white buffing block. And this is what they look like. So now I'm going to go in with my top coat. I'm using the Nail Lounge Collections Ultimate Gloss. Oh, look at that. And I'm just going to top coat all of these nails. Just look at the beautifulness of these. So, so pretty. I'm obsessed with this nail. I don't know if I'd offer it to clients. I'm not sure because it does take absolutely ages. But it's definitely worth it. But I'm just going to go in and top coat all the nails using this. And then cure under LED for 1 minute. If you're using UV, you need to cure for 2 minutes. Then once they're cured, I do apply a small amount of top coat underneath this nail, underneath the ring finger, and just because I wanted it to be as transparent as possible. And then again, I'll cure that for 1 minute LED, 2 minutes UV, but this time I'll put the hand in the lamp upside down. Then I let them cool down for a minute, and then I went in with some cuticle oil because let me tell you now, Pamela Henderson is... her hands are just dry, so dry, and I've had a few accidents with her. I've split the middle finger where I pushed the nail tip in too far into the cuticle area bit, and I've split her finger. So annoyed. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell if you would like to be notified when I upload. If you've got any suggestions on any videos you'd like to see or any specific designs, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all soon. Bye.